astronaut center on the European side, and he said that what he told me was that it's very individual. There are some advantages for women, and then there are some advantages for men. One of the things where it's perhaps easier for men is that their arms are longer, so that it's easier for them to grasp things when they do EVA and physically different. But in general, on the European side, we treat female astronauts exactly the same way as we treat the male.
This is also the case in America. They tend to use a lot of women astronauts in space, but it seems that Russians don't use that many female astronauts.
But the first and the second female cosmonauts are all coming from Russia, and also Miss Savitskaya is the first woman in entering a space station, and also she performed the first EVA during the female astronauts. It is a very complex one. She performed a space cutting and welding in Salyut 7 space station.
So she's basically an engineer.
Yeah. It is a very tough task. Space welding is also very dangerous. If the melted metal attach the space suit, it will lose the pressure.
But what are the advantages of women astronauts? We were told that women astronauts are more composed, more poised in case of danger. What are those things that merit an astronaut that is a woman?
I think it's as you say. I think first of all it's more a balanced approach to have both men and women, and I think it's always I suppose it is also like in a company it's always nice if there is a woman, and if the world would be a bit sad if we would only be men around.
Exactly, and let's look at how our woman astronaut Liu Yang has been doing. She is a former pilot. She's famed for being very composed when her plane ran into a crowd of birds in air. And she has shown composure and calm during that mission. That's probably one of the reasons why she was chosen in the first place. But this space experience is quite a different one. We saw her first in space when she entered the Tiangong space module.
Yes.
She was having a hard time adjusting to a larger space in microgravity, but soon she learned to adapt and seemed to be doing well.
But she enjoyed her life in Tiangong one-takt vehicle.
Well,
we can see that she did some housekeeping work when the other two astronauts are in rest.
And she's the more fun one. She
Yeah.
played with her cameras and food and pens more than the males.
And she made a Chinese knot in space.
And she told the ground staff that this time around, apart from the mission itself, she will learn more about space and gain another perspective when she's out in the space to look at the Earth, to appreciate the beauty of the Earth.
Yes.
That is true, and that is something which almost all astronauts report when they come back, is the new perspective of Earth, and the fact that they see Earth such a fragile environment is something which is quite moving and true.
I think that's one of the reasons why we still send people out there into space, although it is a risky business. It simply enlarges our experiences and expand our horizon.
Yeah.
Yes. Last time in our last live coverage, we have said that Cupula is the most favorite module for astronauts, and it is also provided, I guess, by ESA.
Yes. That's true.
We can also see the images taken shot by astronauts on board International Space Station through the cupola.
Because that's the vantage point. You can see the space as well as the Earth in the background.
Yes, yes.